getting the Bureau of Labor Statistics data for all of the areas we have mapped. We're actually getting this data from them, and they're lagging behind us a little bit. We will be incorporating that when we get it. Okay, and then the last tab is the flood frequency tab, and this is trying to tell the story that you may have heard this expression, you know, today's flood is tomorrow's high tide. So we've been going around the country, we've been talking to all the weather forecasts of the National Weather Service puts out shallow coastal flood warnings when water levels get to the point where they're going to start impacting structures or residents or commercial areas. And they have thresholds they use based on tide gauges. When the water levels are projected to go over a certain amount, they'll issue these warnings. So we found out what those thresholds are for a lot of the weather forecast offices, and we tried to go back 3 years in the observed tidal data to figure out how many times have we gone above those thresholds. The first thing we did is map the thresholds. So this is in the Galveston, Houston area. These are the thresholds. So this is what would be flooded if it were to get to the Weather Service thresholds. And you can see this is the Eagle Point tide gauge. Flooding begins at 4 feet mean low water. Okay, currently that only happens, it's only happened, basically it hasn't happened all that much currently. But if you raise sea level 1/2 meter, okay, it starts to happen about 34 times at about 10 days, 10 total days out of the year. As you raise it up to a meter, we start crossing that threshold 259 times up to 235 days. And you can click around to different gauges. You'll see that the signature changes a little bit. But it's to give you that idea